Cryptocurrency, boogeyman or big money? Cryptocurrency gets talked about a lot, and it does have its place for some investors, but it's also a dangerous place to be for others. Let me share with you some of the things about cryptocurrency that you should know before you invest. First, we need to know what crypto is. And crypto is really built on a technology that will change the world. It's called blockchain. And blockchain is a series of code that can never change. So once there's a transaction or a change in that code, it can never change. So that's supposed to add security to transactions, and that's also supposed to allow us not to be reliant on central governments and on other institutions. So for example, title companies. Title companies are there to exchange the deeds of property. So they hold the deed, they're a trusted intermediary holding the deed and then hand it off to the buyer from the seller. Well, that position might be irrelevant or unneeded if blockchain works correctly. So crypto is just one part of blockchain. It's using blockchain to create a currency to buy goods and services. So what's Crypto 101? Crypto 101 is cryptocurrencies are password protected digital tokens. They can be used as legal tender in some places, but as of now, they're mostly considered a speculative investment. So you can use Bitcoin to buy things in certain areas. I was just talking to a friend that said he was in Hawaii and he could buy things with Bitcoin at virtually every place he went in Hawaii. But that's new, and that's not across the board in all countries and in all states. So right now, it's mostly a speculative investment. What is a speculative investment? It's really an investment where you put money in because you think the price of that investment is going to go up, and you sell because you think the price of that investment is going to go down. Now you might be thinking, Jim, duh, any investment I put money in because I think the price is going up, and I take money out because I think the price is going down. But there's other reasons why you invest. So for example, if you buy Apple stock, Apple has employees, Apple has products, Apple has a lot of cash, Apple owns buildings. So there's intrinsic value in Apple stock. But when you're buying Bitcoin or Ethereum, you're buying it because you think it's going to go up in price, and you're selling it because you think it's going down in price. So it doesn't have all those other components. And because of that, it's a speculative investment. And with speculative investments, you want to be extremely careful because you can lose a lot of money and you can lose it fast. Let's talk about the good when it comes to cryptocurrency. A disproportionate number of Americans who are six-figure earners are crypto invested, and there are many good reasons why. Financial freedom from a centralized government, potential for high rate of return, and huge upside for technological innovations. Those are all good, and those are reasons why you might consider investing in crypto. And it is amazing how many high-income earners have invested in crypto to some degree or another. Knowing these good things and knowing how that could benefit you is important, but remember, even in the good, some of these things like potential high rate of return, they have an opposite, a downside. So think about the good and don't turn away from crypto just because you don't understand it. Learn more, but don't just jump in with both feet until you understand both the good and the bad. So now let's talk about the bad. Nearly 40% of all crypto investors have lost money on their investments. Here are some other unfortunate truths about investing in crypto. There's extreme volatility and market speculation. There's regulatory uncertainties and potential legal issues, and there's security risks and scams. When it comes to the bad of crypto, one of the biggest question marks is how are governments around the world going to react to crypto? In the United States, in China, how are these governments going to regulate crypto? Because they really haven't regulated it in any way that people can understand. So we've seen recently big lawsuits by the SEC against crypto platforms, and there are no real clear-cut rules. So how are governments going to regulate it? Because governments are aware of crypto, it's on their radar, they're paying attention, they're suing big companies over it, and that could be a problem to the value of your investment. The other thing is security. So if your money is in a bank and someone takes money out of your bank account and they break the law by doing it, you have recourse. You go back to the bank, they'll usually make you whole. But what about crypto? If someone steals your Bitcoin or your Ethereum, sometimes there's no way to find where these people are and your money's just gone. Let alone you have to keep track of passwords and ways to get into the accounts that you don't normally have with things like your bank account. So if you lose your passwords, if you lose your keywords, if you lose your hard storage, things like that, you can lose your crypto and there's no trace, there's no way to get it back. So there's security concerns and there's government concerns, And that makes the volatility crazy, these wild swings in the crypto market. Now let's talk about the ugly, the really underbelly of crypto. FTX, a multi-billion-dollar crypto exchange, was caught mismanaging funds in late 2022. This is just one of the many concerns concerning crypto and financial fraud. We've got celebrity endorsements of shady products. We've got pump and dump schemes where they drive up a price and a whole bunch of investors get in and then they get hurt. And we have initial coin offering scams, ICOs. There was a time when everyone would throw any money they had at an ICO because they thought it was a guaranteed win. None of these things are guaranteed wins. All of these things have tremendous risk. And this is the ugly part of cryptocurrency that you need to be aware of. So when you're investing in crypto, you don't just have to be concerned about the speculative nature and some of the other things. You also have to be concerned about what's going on. What's this dark side of crypto and how could that impact you or the value of your coin? Someone's doing something illegal, something they get in trouble for, something the government clamps down on, and that could impact the price of your crypto and your investment. So that's the ugly, that's the underbelly of crypto that you need to be aware of. Let's summarize crypto. The days when most crypto coins can be used as a reliable replacement for the US dollar is far off, and there are definitely risks to be aware of. However, like any speculative security, there is potential for big returns. So I think it's just like anything else. You want to think about your overall allocation when you're investing. And I always like to go to billionaires. I've studied billionaires a lot, and they have clues. They have things they've done that can be good information or good wisdom for us. So one thing every billionaire does is they have an allocation. What that means is, where are they putting all their money? And UBS does a survey every couple of years, and the most recent survey says this is the average billionaire family office. They're allocated like this: 32% stocks, 15% bonds, 10% cash, 21% private equity, 2% private debt, 12% real estate, 4% hedge funds, 1% infrastructure, 1% arts and collectibles, 1% precious metals, and 1% commodities. That should add up to 100. What's the point? The point is you want to be thoughtful about all the areas you're putting your money. And crypto can be a small portion, a speculative portion, but you don't want to have 100% of your money in crypto. I've met entrepreneurs who said, yeah, Jim, I've got 80% in Bitcoin and 20% cash. That's not an allocation. That's a speculative investment with 20% dead with cash. So you want to have a good allocation throughout all of your investments. You want to know where your money is, why you're putting it there, what are the risks in every part of where you're putting your money, and what are the hopeful returns. This also applies to your wealth wheel, because you want to have professionals that are diversifying all the different risks and all the different disciplines that are A players that are working together and that are being managed in a way where you're getting the best results for you and your family. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. I'm sure you got some good information, and I hope you'll watch the next one.